tied behind my back just to make it fair. You know, here's the just like the Obama administration effort to manufacture a recovery taking place, a dynamic, ongoing economic recovery, virtual recovery. Nobody believes that. And nobody is moved by this phony, staged contraception nonsense. Everybody knows where to get this stuff. Everybody knows where to go get a birth control pill or a condom. Everybody knows. And everybody knows it's cheap. Nobody thinks anybody's going broke because of this. This is how they overreach. Send a woman up there to talk about going broke to a place that costs $45,000 a year to attend? Now, if this, I welcome this. The reason I'm spending a little bit of time on this, because it's about much more than just this one woman wanting us to pay for her to have sex all the time. If this is where the left wants to fight the battle of government-run health care, then this is where it should be fought. Then that's what they're doing. This whole episode is to advance the premise of government-run health care. And notice the left is choosing contraception, not cancer, not heart disease, not diabetes. They're choosing $1 condoms. They have decided to build their case for government-run health care around a female law student attending an expensive law school who not only wants a scholarship, the Wilt Chamberlain Scholarship, to pay her tuition, she wants the rest of us to pay for her sex. This is the issue they have gone to the mat on. They want contraception to be the battle where government-run health care is fought over. Not cancer, not heart disease, not diabetes, but $1 condoms. But here's what they don't get. Hey, Ro, talk about all the women that use birth control, the percentages, 98, 99%. Fine. But up till now, individuals paid for that themselves. Because what really is going on here is the end of personal responsibility. Ms. Fluke is asking to be exempted from personal responsibility. She wants all the sex that she wants all the time, paid for by the rest of us. She wants no consequences for it or to it. She wants a penalty-free, moral-free life where everybody else pays for the mistakes that she makes as a consequence of the way she lives her life. So she's asking to be exempted from any personal responsibility for her life and for her health. She doesn't want to have to take on the personal responsibility of all that. Furthermore, the Democrats obviously now want to control women's birth control. They want to decide who can have it and when. And they have decided to circle the wagons and fight the concept of government-run health care over $1 condom or a prescription for birth control pills. This is what happens, folks, when you give up a freedom. Somebody's glad to take it from you. This woman, hardly courageous, this woman's a useful idiot. She marches to Capitol Hill and says, "Here, take my freedom and make everybody else pay for what I do." I have to remind people of this each and every day. And who's the villain? I am. I'm the villain for pointing out the consequences of women giving over control of birth control to the government. I'm the villain for pointing out the absolute insanity of all of this. I'm the villain because I'm spoiling the party. I'm not playing along. I'm not winking. Now, the latest is, Sturdley, who sent the letter to Issa? Just off top. Don't look it up. Just okay. 14 Democrats on Darrell Issa's congressional committee have sent him a letter demanding that he renounce me. It's headed by Elijah Cummings, the former head of the Congressional Black Caucasians. The CBC, Congressional Black Caucasians. Elijah Cummings, the former, is it his daughter's name Filet? No, Mignon. No, that's Clyburn. Okay, so they've sent Issa a letter demanding that he denounce me or renounce me or whatever. This is how they do it. Now, they've tried this. Because if Issa renounces me, then they've hit their Grand Slam fundraising and all that. You know what I ought to do? Ought to grant him permission to do it. Ought to give him an exemption. A one-time exemption. Go ahead, Darrell. We'll wink. We both know what's going on here. But then they'll go to Boehner. And then they'll go to Paul Ryan. And then they'll go to Eric Cantor. And then this is going to come up, the next debate, whenever it is. This will come up. Could be on the Huckabee value debate. Could be the presidential debate. It's going to come up. Mr. Obama, President Obama, do you agree with Rush Limbaugh that 99% of the women in America are sluts? Will be the question. And I'm going to say, oh my gosh, why could my parents not be alive to see this? Okay, the government, Democrats, want to convince us personal responsibility is something the government should do for you, and that's what this episode is all about. It's exactly what this is all about.